We all know it takes only one winning product to change your life. A product like these shades right here. And with there being more ad spy tools than ever before, from PP ads to calo data, finding a winning product should be child's play, right? Well, if you've ever been dropshipping for longer than a month, then you know that's just simply not the case, as most dropshippers have still not found their first winning product, while expert dropshippers like myself are consistently finding and scaling multiple new winning products every single year. So what exactly are we just doing so much differently than you, and is it possible that maybe you've just been looking for products in the complete wrong place? Well, after I had a chance to analyze my most recent successful products that I've scaled to over $500,000 a year and that my students have scaled from 0 to 100,000 profit a month, we realized that all these current products that we're scaling, we found weeks before they ever appeared on any mainstream product research tool. Because by the time a product starts to blow up on PP ads or calo data or whatever you're currently using, it's usually too late. Because by that point, the main seller has already branded the product, they already understand the market way better than you, and you're usually just left fighting over their leftover scraps with the rest of the little copycat dropshippers, which obviously doesn't give you much incentive to sell that product in the first place. But the good news is you can actually take the products that people are already scaling right now and find unique winning products off of them that you can start scaling to thousands of dollars a day without there really being any competition whatsoever. So in this video, I'm going to break down a simple two-step system, incredibly simple, that I've used to find all my winning products this year, and we're going to find some winning products live in front of your eyes so you can do the exact same thing. But before we get into the strategy, it really isn't going to have any value to you if you don't know how to choose the right products in the first place. So let's do a quick experiment where we look at two products, and I want you to let me know, which one would you sell? Now, one dropshipper might say, I'm going to sell the viral wow factor flame diffuser. This product basically just sells itself. And then obviously we have the supplements where it's a problem solver, it's got repeat purchasers, so you might lean towards that. But the problem is right now when you're evaluating these products, it's completely subjective. You don't really know why you pick one over the other. It's usually based on gut feeling. And that subjectivity is exactly what is keeping you broke and choosing the wrong product after product after product every single time. So when you're developing the skill of choosing products, you can't rely on intuition, and you need something that's a bit stronger than that. So for me personally, I rely on a non-negotiable 4-step criteria where if a product is not matching any one of these steps, I'm just simply not going to sell it, and I'm going to find a product that does. So let's evaluate it step by step. The first one, sales validation. I want to make sure that any product that I sell is at least doing 30 grand a month, because that is proven that there is a desire for this product. And as marketers, it's not our job to create desire, it's our job to channel existing desire in the market onto our products. So how I validate this is I go onto Amazon, you can go to calo data, you can go on Temu, and you can see what is the top seller of that product currently doing in sales. So we can see right here, 12,000 in revenue. That's just simply not enough for me. Now going to our next criteria point, reviews. This is something most people don't talk about. If you are choosing a dropshipping product, you need to know how good is that product? Does it actually deliver on the promises and the benefits? And is it a high quality product? Because if you're selling cheap plastic crap that has low reviews on Amazon, usually that means you're going to deal with a lot of returns, a lot of refunds, a lot of headaches, and frankly, it's just not worth selling that product in the first place because it's going to drive you up the wall. You're going to be locked up in a white padded room for the rest of your life. So make sure when you are selling a product, go on Amazon and see what are those reviews. If it's not at least 4.3 or above, I personally wouldn't sell it. Now this one's on the cusp, but I know it's a cheap plastic crap. It's typically going to deal with a lot of returns, so I'm just not going to bother compared to a product where it has 4.4 or above. Now, next criteria point, margin. Do not, for the love of God, sell a product with less than a $25 margin, because even the best God tier level marketers that you could possibly think of, the Russell Brunsons, the Ogilvies, in 2025, where CPMs, so the cost to show your ad on Facebook, is higher than ever, the lowest you will ever acquire a customer for, so to get a purchase, will be $20 at scale. So if you were selling a product for $15 or with a $10 profit margin, you are just fighting an uphill battle, and it is going to be nearly impossible to scale that product unless you have some back-end upsells and offers going on. But just save yourself the headache and look for products where you can get a $25 margin and you can source it for 3 times less than you are going to sell it for. So with these glasses, if they cost me, let's say $15, To match my margin rules, I need to sell it for at least $25 more and 3x more than it cost me. So since it cost me 15, I need to be able to sell it for 45, which gives me a $30 margin, which is perfectly fine. So don't just go around thinking, okay, well, this product cost me 50, so I just need to sell it for 75. No, it needs to also be 3x more than it costs. Because when you're selling a product that's more expensive, it's usually more expensive to get a customer. Duh. Now, the final thing is when we go to problem solver. The reason why I care about this is because I like to build long-term brands. I don't know about you. I don't start dropshipping stores for a little quick pump and jump, little cash grab. I can make a few grand and I don't know, go to the club, buy some beers and impress a lady or two that's a soft 4 on any given night, but I'm drunk enough where she looks like a 6. I'm here to actually start a brand where I can make profit every single month, that I can scale to 10, 50, 100 grand, and then be able to sell that brand a few years down the line or a few months after I've gotten bored and I want to move on to another product. That is possible when you sell problem-solving products that are evergreen and aren't these quick little cash grabs that nobody really sees any exit value in. So I always am going to lean towards those products because if you're going to put all this effort and time into a product, why wouldn't you want to have a massive payday? I sold my first dropshipping brand for $72,000 after a year or two of growing it. So why wouldn't you want to do the exact same thing of take a product, make profit from it, make $50, $100, $500,000 in profit, and then be able to sell it for a few $100,000 after. That store I just showed you that is doing $500,000 in revenue a year, it profits about $100,000 a year, and I could sell it right now in a week for $100,000. That is crazy. That is insane, and that is the power of e-commerce. So now we know how to choose the right products, and if you're wondering if you want a list so you can just remember this, go and join my Discord completely for free, and I have a product research sheet where you can put in any product you want to sell and just make sure to check, does it have the reviews, does it appeal to impulse purchasers, and basically it has my whole criteria list so you can remember it and it's all for free. But getting to our next step, the actual important step, which is where do we find the products before they go viral, and how can we actually know what is a certain desire or a certain problem that people are willing to pay for, then what I want you to do is hop on any tool. So I'm going to use Calidata, but you can use any product research tool. And what you simply want to do is find products that are already selling right now, but don't actually look for products. But instead, look for the reasons why people are buying those products. And that is what's going to guide your product research. So just to show you as an example, I'm on Calidata. I do love Calidata. You can use these filters. It doesn't really matter. You can use any filters you want. You just want to look for products that already have that sales validation of at least 30 grand a month. So scrolling on down here, we have some supplements. We have these, okay, so collagen peptides. So looking at this product, why are people buying this? That is the only thing I care about. So we can see, improve your skin, your hair, your nails. Okay, fast delivery, that's generic, but the main reason why is this, and then what are people really looking to solve? We can see, so in the makes with morning coffee, we can go view more, enhances their joint and bone health. So the largest percentage of people, I've noticed my skin, hair, nails, and joints feel better. Okay, cool. I want to take this and then plug it into ChatGPT to get more keywords of problems and desires for that audience. And that is how we're going to find some winning products. And this is super low key. Nobody is really doing this right now. So again, hopping onto ChatGPT, I've already done this, but you can see here, give me a list of those keywords for niches to improve my skin. And what is my audience? What are those keywords they're currently searching up? So we can see acne, breakouts, clogged pores, oily skin. Obviously, we want to look up each one of these words on the next step, and you are going to have an endless list of potential winning products that you can sell. And you already know there's demand because other products are selling in this niche. The product that we choose doesn't need to have all the sales validation since we already know the market is clearly shown desire. So this is where you find those new winning products that you make winners, and then everyone else is copying you instead of you copying them. So let's take a look. Dryness, flakiness. Okay. Let's actually do dark spots. I kind of like that idea. Dark spots. We'll go to our next step, which is Facebook ad library, and let's look up that keyword, and then let's just see what products already come up. Now, if you have, I believe, Manea, you can have this little filter tool where in yellow it shows you all the dropshippers and Shopify brands that are selling products. So we can take a look right here, skin rejuvenation. Okay, so we can go and see the method. How much are they doing? So they got 130 likes, and surgeries in the bio, so potentially they're selling a product, potentially they're not. Let's scroll down. I want to see if any of these, oh my God, that's the longest ad copy in the history of ad copies. What are we doing here? Oh my gosh. I just want to find one that already has a link in the ad copy so that way we can just simply see what we got here. Okay, cool. So let's take a look. So Joey Derm, is this a Shopify store? 100%. You can already tell by the look of it. And okay, so we got this skincare product. Now, what does it actually do? What does it do differently? It looks like it's kind of some sort of green tea. Now, potentially these guys are scaling. Potentially they're not. It's not the best built store, but okay. Korean skincare, toner pads. So it's interesting. This is a product where obviously you can get bundles. People can buy more than one, and if they like it, they're going to keep repeat purchasing. So that's a plus. I do like that. So now that we have a product that's interesting, we have to go to our next step, which is typically saving the image, and then we are going to look it up first on AliExpress to see if we can source it and see if we can get the margins. So let's take a look where we're going to upload this photo. And if you're enjoying this video so far, since we already found a product and we're now doing the second part, and I know a lot of you ask, how do you find the best supplier? Simply use AliExpress, and I know what you're thinking, AliExpress, really? But I heard AliExpress is crap. I heard it has long shipping times. Guys, AliExpress in 2025 is almost as good as any other supplier you'll ever find. In fact, they obviously have a lot of suppliers that, as you can see right here, do 2-week shipping, and the quality is still at the same level. So don't be afraid to use AliExpress, but as you can see right here, we want to use multiple suppliers, and I have a full video on how to do suppliers, but we're right now sourcing it for 11. So can we realistically sell it for $25 more? Which in this case would be around 35 to 36. Well, we can see the current person selling this. It's 19 per one unit. They have a deal, buy two. So let's look up Korean skincare pads. And what I typically do to see what the average value is in the shopping section. If we look at actual brands selling this, what is that average price point? We got 26, 24, 23. So we're seeing a bit of a range here. It seems to be capping out at about $29. So I would say, unfortunately, this product just doesn't meet our margin rules. So we're going to move on from it. It's just not the right product. And that's perfectly fine. So we're going to keep on scrolling down. We're going to just live. Hopefully, oh my God, it's one of these giant ass things. So we are going to avoid that because there actually is another tool we can use as well. But again, Facebook Ad Library, just for the sake of brevity, is a great tool. We can look up multiple keywords and we can see if there's any interesting products from there. Now, the other tool I do love is hopping onto PP Ads as well. And on PP Ads, we can do the same thing. Go to the ad search section, and all you have to do is just look up the keyword that you already found, and you are going to see some unique ads from there. So from dark spots, let's do any ad that has been seen in the last 30 days. We'll do e-com platform Shopify, and we will do this specific, let's do a call to action button of shop now. Okay. So from here, we can see we got these gels, we got face pads, we have a lot of interesting things here. And I want to do this for our big 4 countries because that's where we're typically going to be advertising to. And let's see if we can find anything interesting, because I do want to find a winner in this video. It's something that I would personally sell on my own. So let's be real. You don't have to spend blah, 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 blah.
He's the bottom, and I want his butthole to be pink, so I got this soap on the TikTok.
Okay, so turmeric soap. This is a winning product. I know for a fact. I have seen this product sell incredibly well. This right here, you can do it in bundles. So for one unit, yeah, you can't make it profitable because one bar soap is not worth 25, 30 bucks. But as a bundle, you can get 2 of these soaps for like $5, $6. You can sell them for 34. You can sell them for 39. They're doing 26, and they probably also have shipping on top of that. This is 100% a winning product. But again, if we want to go through all of our steps, let's look it up on Amazon. Let's see if the sales validation is there. So we can look up turmeric soap, and I can guarantee the top sellers are already doing at least 30 grand. There's no doubt in my mind. And if you're wondering what tool I use for Amazon, I use Helium 10. So we can see, yeah, 50,000 that bought this. It's selling for 14 bucks. You do the math. That's between, I believe, 70 to 75K a month. So already sales validation is there. The margins are there. Now reviews, 4.2. We got some at 4.4, 4.4, 4.5. So the reviews in general are fairly high. So reviews matches my criteria just to solve the problem. Yes, it's skincare. It's repeat purchases. It's a really high quality product. You can build a brand. You can sell that brand. So this would be a product 100% that I would sell. And if you guys enjoyed this video, as we just saw, we found a winning product live, and you want me to evaluate your products that you've already found to know if you're choosing the right products or the wrong products, and also just get feedback on the marketing aspects, so your website and your ads, so that you have the best chance of scaling your brand of $1 a day in the next 3 months, then click the first link in the description and join my one-on-one program, where I give you 5 group calls a week with yours truly, where I review your website, your ads, your products, everything that you're doing, and even more importantly, give you access to all the ad templates, the AI templates, everything that I do to test products in literally an hour or two and scale into 6 figures a month. So if you want access to all that, click the first link in the description down below. We have about 3 spots remaining for September. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Watch this video next to learn how I like to make my winning ads, and I'll see you there.